I'm over here with Anglers World Holidays and Tourism Ireland, and fishing on the Mount Falcon Estate Lake is absolutely great, but it's stocked rainbows. So tomorrow we're going to team up with Inland Fisheries. They're going to take me to a really scenic Irish loch where I'll be fishing for truly wild brown trout. The River Moy is also very close by, but at the moment it's a little bit high. So during the course of the week, hopefully the levels will drop. We're not forecast any more rain, so it should be perfect then for salmon. So we're going to have a go at salmon in a few days' time. But in between, we're going to fish for some wild brownies on small lochs, but also possibly Loch Mass or Loch Con. I was just about to change flies, and then that one came up and took it as sweet as a nut. It's fantastic fun dry fly fishing on lakes like this. You can cast nymphs at them and lures and all sorts of attractive patterns, but there's nothing quite like getting a fish come up and take a dry fly, especially fish of this quality. And this is just a little simple barbless dry fly, so it's dead easy to get the hook out and let the fish go. When people think about fishing in the west of Ireland, they think about these huge lochs. Loch Corrib, 44,000 acres. Loch Con, 14,000 acres. Mass, 22,000 acres. They're huge bodies of water, and they really do get affected by the wind sometimes. So you need a fallback position. So something like this estate lake at Mount Falcon is a perfect place to be able to fish for a few hours. But there's lots of smaller lochs in Ireland that you don't need a boat to fish either. And over the next few days, I'm going to try some of these and see if we can catch some genuinely wild brownies.
Beauty! Wow!
How's that for beautiful fish?
Brilliant, you know. Pure wild.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And hard fighting too.
Hard fighting, yeah. Yeah.
Time to go back, I think.
Yeah. The first fisheries that come to mind when you're talking about Mayo and the wider Ballina area are the River Moy, for example, or Loch Con for its brown trout, or Quarry More Lake for its salmon. But there's loads of hidden gems in the wider area here. There's mountain lakes dotted all over the place, such as Loch Tall that we are fishing today. But besides Loch Tall, there's many other smaller lakes, hill lakes, curry lakes. Some require a bit of a hike, but they can really be very productive in terms of wild fish. So this is something that would be regarded as wild fish in wild places. So today we're actually fishing from the bank here on Loch Tall, and in order to do this I usually use a 10-foot 6-7 weight. Probably think it's a bit on the heavy side, but it can be quite windy here, so the 6-7 weight can be useful. I prefer an intermediate line, but a floater will probably work as good. In terms of flies, what has proven to be good flies are kind of small flies, size 16, 14, black colour, typical Irish wet flies, Connemara blacks, bibios, black pennels, on a fairly light leader. So probably I think I have on 2 pound, 2-3 pound tippet, because we're not expecting giants. They're all wild fish. There's a real big stock of fish in here, but they tend to be on the small side. So you fish rather delicate. What more would you want in a place like this? Huh?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
This place is unique. It's a Quarry More lake, and it's above the island of Achill Island. And as you can see, it's pretty windy up here, but it's free fishing, and there's Lots of wild brown trout in here. Most of them are small, as you would expect on a place like this, because they probably rely on terrestrial insects and that for food. But they're normally hard-hitting and nice little brownies. The thing about Achill Island is it's one of the furthest most westerly areas of Ireland, and it's got the highest sea cliffs of anywhere in Ireland. The views are absolutely spectacular. Oh, that was a take. Just under the surface. And there's another little fish just risen, just in this little bay. It looks like the fish are pretty close to the shoreline, hiding around the rocks. See if I can get one. Yep, there's one. Oh, it's come off. Oh well. That's a beautiful wild brown trout from Lake Quarry More. Just take that hook out. It's got a little red adipose fin there, but big spots on it. Very, very dark fish, but that's because the water here on Quarry More is very peaty and very dark. Small but beautifully formed. But enough about me, let's put this fish back to give somebody else a little bit of enjoyment. This is the west of Ireland's equivalent to Machu Picchu. It's known as the deserted village, and it's based on Achill Island, and there's row upon row of houses. You can see all their structures. A lot of the walls are still in place. It's all dry stone walls. The roofs are all gone, but these date back to the 17th century. So nobody actually knows, and there's no real explanation as to why all the villagers moved out, where they went, or what happened to them. There's lots of theories, but nobody really knows why it became a deserted village. One of life's mysteries, I suppose.